The death of cult leader and mass murderer Charles Manson. Manson was a cult leader who orchestrated a string of gruesome killings in Southern California by his so-called family of young followers back in the late 1960s. He was serving a life sentence in prison for ordering the murders of 9 people, including pregnant actress Sharon Tate. And tonight, we're getting new insight into his crimes. Fox 5's Misha DeBono spoke with a local author who's in the final stages of a new book about Manson, who died yesterday at the age of 83. Misha.
Yeah, according to the author of this new book, Hunting Charles Manson, it'll provide new information about the case and perhaps better understanding of why it happened and how it happened.
Oh, I'm a terrible dog. I'm a fiend.
You're a mass murdering dog.
A mass murdering dog.
The man who masterminded one of the most heinous murders in American history, Charles Manson, is dead. But for local author Rother, he's very much alive in the pages of her soon-to-be-released book, Hunting Charles Manson.
Killers tend to lie to you anyway when you talk to them, and they're playing their whole shtick, their con man game, and they're trying to manipulate you and influence you and impress you, and you never get the truth really anyway.
But she says she and her co-author Liz Wheel may have gotten pretty close, tackling the book like a cold case. Most of what she calls new information comes from transcripts from parole hearings of the other co-defendants and may establish new motive for the brutal murders.
He's a very complicated person. Most people may not know this, but he actually has been diagnosed with aspects of schizophrenia. So he's a smart guy. He's got learning disabilities.
Because Pasadena is a submarine that's run.
Smart, she says, because while he couldn't read, not even the letters he gets in prison, he used philosophy, the Bible, authors like Dale Carnegie to manipulate his cult followers, some of whom still believe in him today, like Sandra Collins Good, who's from San Diego and attended Point Loma High School.
She is one of the most loyal followers. She goes way back to the very beginning.
And it's not just Manson family members who continue to revere him. Thousands more follow him on social media and YouTube. And in death, Rother says his infamy will only increase.
Now that he's died, I think he will actually escalate into even more of a cult figure, because now he can never answer for himself. Even though he never admitted that he did these things, people were always kind of, I think, hoping.
Helter Skelter.
And speaking of helter-skelter, the prosecution's contention that that was the motive of inciting a race war. Rother has other ideas based on what she has uncovered in her research. She wouldn't share it, of course, and the book does come out in June.